Who to hire on your content team that will take your brand from this to this. And I'm going to give it to you in a tiered edition. Starting at the bottom, a Fiverr editor. Most experts who finally get out of their own way to start creating content online, the first thing that they do is go and hire a Fiverr editor. That way they can just create their videos and the editor will handle everything. But you'll realize very, very, very soon that this won't get you where you want to go. Which brings me to my next tier, which is a videographer and photographer. Hiring somebody who's going to capture moments and capture videos for you is super, super, super solid. But just like the Fiverr editor, you'll soon realize that they aren't experts in social media. They just know how to capture properly. Some are better than others, but they're not social media gurus. A level above that actually is a shredder. This is a step above a videographer. Somebody who, yes, has the camera, who's following you to podcasts, to speaking engagement, who's recording you talk to some of your clients. But they know how to pull out some of the best moments from that and edit it up into social media clips. They're not a social media expert. They're just good at capturing moments and turning those moments into pieces of content. A shredder. You can do a lot with a shredder, but again, if you want to take your brand from this to this and become a true industry leader that you are in person, then you may want to focus on the last 3 tiers. Speaking of, your next tier is an agency. I know. Most of you hate agencies, but if you hire the right agency, they will take you very, very, very far. And if you're anything like this guy, you'll hire an agency, learn exactly what the agency is doing, and move on to the last 2 tiers. Next tier is the content strategist. This is somebody like myself who literally specializes in creating really dope content for entrepreneurs. Usually these people are solid at getting views, but more importantly, they're good at taking your expertise that's inside of your brain and helping you strategize on how to create content that works in this day and age. Not just by following trends, but by creating repeatable formats and styles that work for you and your brand. So again, you can go from this to this. And then at the top of the food chain, when you graduate from a content strategist and you want to turn this thing into like a true media squad, you will hire a head of content. A head of content is somebody like a content strategist, but on absolute crack. Not only does this person specialize in creating content and knowing what's working on social media, just like a content strategist, but they're an expert at building out your team for social media. They know what content strategists to go out and get. They know which editors are good. They know which editors are not good. They're able to turn your little 1 to 2 man content team into an absolute media machine. There's definitely a time and a place for that, especially if you want to build a brand like these guys. For example, Dan Martell has Sam Gaudet, an absolute genius. He's not just a content strategist. He is a head of content, a head of socials. But not to keep gassing him up, because truthfully, most of you aren't there yet. There's a time and a place in your social media journey where you will be hiring one of these people on this tier list. Just make sure you're hiring the right one. So I highly recommend that you just save this video and then come back and thank me later.